Welcome back. Today we look at overthinking. We must take these complex thoughts and make them simple. It is that easy.
You know the feeling. You are lying in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying a conversation from 3 days ago. You said something, you wish you had said something else. What did they think? What did they mean? Why did you say that? The mental spiral begins. One thought leads to another leads to another. Before you know it, you have been lying there for 2 hours. You have not slept, you have not solved anything, you have just been thinking, and thinking, and thinking. This is not a sign that you are broken. It is a sign that you are human. It is a sign that your mind is trying to solve a problem. The problem is that it does not know when to stop.
Let me tell you something I have learned the hard way. Overthinking is not the same as thinking. Thinking is useful. Overthinking is a trap. Thinking helps you solve problems. Overthinking creates problems that do not exist. Thinking moves you forward. Overthinking keeps you stuck. Thinking is productive. Overthinking is destructive. The difference is everything. I used to think that if I just thought about something long enough, I would figure it out. I used to think that if I analyzed every angle, I would find the answer. I used to think that if I considered every possibility, I would be prepared. I was wrong. I was not solving problems. I was creating them.
Here is the first thing you need to understand. Overthinking is a form of control. It is the belief that if you think about something enough, you can prevent bad things from happening. It is the belief that if you analyze every possibility, you can avoid mistakes. It is the belief that if you consider every outcome, you can be ready for anything. But life does not work that way. Life is unpredictable. Things happen that you could not have anticipated. Things go wrong that you could not have prevented. The overthinking does not protect you. It just makes you miserable. It creates the illusion of control without actually giving you any. Let me tell you about a pattern I have seen in my own life. The more I overthink, the less I act. The more I analyze, the more I hesitate. The more I consider every possibility, the more paralyzed I become. Overthinking does not lead to better decisions. It leads to no decisions. It leads to stuckness. It leads to inaction. And inaction is the real failure. I used to think that overthinking was helping me make better decisions. I used to think that I was being thorough, careful, and prepared. I was not. I was being afraid. I was using thinking as a way to avoid acting. I was hiding behind my own thoughts. I want you to think about something. Think about a time when you made a decision quickly. Think about a time when you trusted your gut. Think about a time when you acted without overthinking. How did it feel? Probably good. Probably freeing. Probably like you were alive. That is what action feels like. That is what it feels like to trust yourself. Now think about a time when you overthought a decision. Think about a time when you analyzed every angle. Think about a time when you could not decide. How did it feel? Probably exhausting. Probably frustrating. Probably like you were drowning. That is what overthinking feels like. That is what it feels like to be trapped in your own mind. One of the things I have learned is that overthinking is often perfectionism in disguise. You are not trying to make a good decision. You are trying to make the perfect decision. You are trying to avoid any possibility of failure. You are trying to guarantee the outcome. And that is impossible. There is no perfect decision. There is no guaranteed outcome. There is just the decision you make and the actions you take. The search for the perfect decision is a trap. It keeps you from making any decision at all. The perfect decision does not exist. The only decision that exists is the one you make. And the only thing that matters is what you do after you make it. Here is something that helped me. I started asking myself a question. Is this thought helping me? Is this thought moving me forward? Is this thought serving me? If the answer is no, I try to let it go. I try to redirect my attention. I try to do something else. I try to act instead of think. It is not easy. It is not always successful, but it helps. It helps to ask the question. It helps to recognize when my thinking is not helping me. It helps to notice the pattern. And awareness is the first step to change. I want to tell you about something I have learned about the mind. The mind is a problem-solving machine. It is designed to identify threats and solve problems, but it does not know when to stop. It will keep looking for problems even when there are none. It will keep analyzing even when there is nothing to analyze. It will keep thinking even when thinking is not helpful. The mind needs to be trained. It needs to be told when to stop. It needs to be redirected. It needs to be disciplined. The mind is not your enemy. It is your tool. And like any tool, it works best when you use it, not when it uses you. One of the most powerful things you can do when you are overthinking is to ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? And then ask yourself, can I handle that? The answer is almost always yes. You can handle more than you think. You have handled things before. You will handle things again. The fear is the worst part. And once you face it, it loses its power. I used to be afraid of the worst case scenario. I used to spend hours imagining all the ways things could go wrong. And then one day, something went wrong. Something I had been afraid of happened. And I survived. I handled it. It was not as bad as I had imagined. And that experience changed everything. Here is another thing that has helped me. I started setting time limits for my thinking. I give myself a set amount of time to think about a decision. And when the time is up, I make the decision. It is not always the perfect decision, but it is a decision. And a decision is better than no decision. The time limit forces me to act. It prevents me from getting stuck in the mental spiral. It helps me trust my intuition. It helps me trust that I can handle whatever happens. It helps me trust myself.
I want to tell you about something I have learned about action. Action is the antidote to overthinking. Action breaks the mental spiral. Action moves you forward. Action gives you information. Action teaches you what works and what does not. Action is the cure. When you are stuck in your head, the best thing you can do is move your body. Do something, anything. Walk, exercise, write, clean, create. Take a small step. The action does not have to be perfect. It just has to be action. The action will break the spell. I used to think that I needed to figure everything out before I could act. I used to think that I needed to be certain before I could move forward. I used to think that I needed to have all the answers before I could start. I was wrong. You do not need certainty to act. You just need courage. Courage is not the absence of doubt. It is the willingness to act despite the doubt. It is the willingness to move forward even when you do not know what will happen. It is the willingness to trust yourself. And you can do that. You have done it before. You will do it again. Let me tell you about something I have learned about regret. Regret comes from inaction more than action. We regret the things we did not do more than the things we did. We regret the chances we did not take more than the chances we took. We regret the words we did not say more than the words we said. The overthinking does not protect you from regret. It guarantees it. If you are going to regret something,
Regret the action you took, not the action you did not take. Regret the chance you took, not the chance you let slip away. Regret the words you said, not the words you held back. At least you tried. At least you lived. I want you to think about something. Think about the last time you overthought a decision. How long did you spend thinking about it? How much energy did you waste? And in the end, did the outcome really depend on all that thinking? Did all that analysis really change anything? I am guessing it did not. I am guessing you wasted a lot of time and energy on something that did not matter. I am guessing you could have made the decision much faster and gotten the same result. I am guessing you could have saved yourself a lot of stress. And that is the cost of overthinking. It is not just time. It is energy. It is peace. It is life. One of the things that has helped me the most is reminding myself that most things do not matter as much as I think they do. Most decisions are not life or death. Most mistakes are not catastrophic. Most failures are not permanent. The stakes are not as high as my mind makes them out to be. The fear is bigger than the reality. I used to think that every decision was important. I used to think that every mistake was a disaster. I used to think that every failure was the end. I was wrong. Most decisions are small. Most mistakes are fixable. Most failures are survivable. And the ones that are not, you cannot prevent them with thinking anyway. I want to tell you about something I have learned about trust. Overthinking is a lack of trust. It is a lack of trust in yourself. It is a lack of trust in the process. It is a lack of trust in life. When you trust yourself, you do not need to analyze everything. You do not need to consider every possibility. You trust that you can handle whatever comes. Trust is built through action. You build trust in yourself by acting. You build trust in yourself by making decisions and seeing what happens. You build trust in yourself by surviving failure. The more you act, the more you trust. The more you trust, the less you overthink. Here is something that might surprise you. Overthinking is not about intelligence. It is about fear. It is about the fear of making a mistake. It is about the fear of being wrong. It is about the fear of looking foolish. It is about the fear of being judged. The fear is the problem. The thinking is just the mask. If you can address the fear, you can stop the overthinking. If you can face the fear, you can let go of the analysis. If you can accept the possibility of failure, you can take the risk. The fear is the barrier. The action is the liberation. I used to be afraid of being wrong. I used to be afraid of making mistakes. I used to be afraid of looking foolish. And I let that fear keep me stuck. I let it keep me from acting. I let it keep me from living. I let it keep me from being myself. When I stopped caring so much about being right, everything changed. I started to make decisions faster. I started to take more risks. I started to live more fully. I started to be more myself. The fear was the cage. The freedom was on the other side. I want you to try something. The next time you catch yourself overthinking, say this out loud. I am overthinking. This is not helping. I am going to take action. Say it. Say it out loud. Hear yourself say it. And then take the action. It might feel uncomfortable. It might feel wrong. It might feel like you are not ready. That is okay. Take the action anyway. The action will break the mental spiral. The action will move you forward. The action will show you that you can handle whatever happens. I am not telling you that you will never overthink again. I still overthink. I still get caught in the mental spiral. But I catch myself faster now. I recognize the pattern faster now. I redirect myself faster now. I act faster now. I am not perfect, but I am better. And better is enough. The goal is not to never overthink. The goal is to overthink less. The goal is to recognize the pattern. The goal is to redirect yourself. The goal is to act despite the fear. The goal is to trust yourself. And you can do that. You can get better. You can become more. Think about the life you could live if you stopped overthinking. The decisions you could make, the actions you could take, the risks you could take, the dreams you could pursue, the person you could become. That life is not far away. It is one decision away. It is one action away. It is one trust away. You can start living that life today, not because you feel ready, because you choose to. Not because you are certain, because you trust yourself. Not because you know what will happen, because you know you can handle whatever happens. That is the belief. That is the trust. That is the action. I know this is hard. I know it is scary. I know it feels impossible sometimes. But I also know you can do it. Because I have done it. Because I have seen others do it. Because I have seen the evidence of your capability. You have overcome things before. You will overcome things again. You can stop overthinking. You are not alone in this. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are human. And being human means struggling with your mind sometimes. But it also means having the power to change. It means having the power to choose. It means having the power to act. The voice that says, "What if?" is not telling the truth. It is not trying to help you. It is trying to scare you. And the fear is not the truth. The fear is just a story you're telling yourself. And you can tell yourself a different story. You can tell yourself, "I can handle this. I have handled things before. I will handle things again." You are capable. You are strong. You are resilient. You have the evidence in your own life. You have survived things you thought you could not survive. You have done things you thought you could not do. You have gotten through things you thought would destroy you. And you are still here. I want to leave you with this. Overthinking is a habit, and habits can be broken. You can break the habit of overthinking, not by fighting it, by replacing it. Replace overthinking with action. Replace analysis with trust. Replace fear with courage. Replace the mental spiral with presence. It will not happen overnight. It will happen over time. It will happen with practice. It will happen with patience. It will happen with forgiveness. It will happen with persistence. And one day, you will realize that you are overthinking less. You are trusting more. You are acting more. You are living more. Stop overthinking. Not because it is easy, because it is the only way to live. Not because you will never be uncertain, because you can act despite the uncertainty. Not because you will never have doubts, because you can trust yourself anyway. You are capable. You are enough. And it is time to act like it. Stop thinking. Start living. Trust yourself. You are enough.